That's like Jonah Hill being like, why are you not showing your face in the snaps, babe?
I'm like, it's okay, I can say that my best friend is racist. And it always works.
That one best fringe joke.
I swear I heard that in the back of the Penguin bar.
Yeah. Hello and welcome back to episode number 64 of our wee podcast. As always, we're joined by myself and Sean McAlevey and a very special guest, Mr. James MCKEGNEY.
Hello.
Hello. A very special guest.
You've gotten too used to them big podcasts with their fancy
Like,
arms.
where's the fucking
and,
mic coming from the roof?
Wing in at one.
You want like a wee dwarf just sitting there?
Oh,
Wee
I
mic
would love
just
a wee
over there.
dwarf. Personal assistant or something.
You're good mates with Willie Thompson, yeah?
Yes, I am, yeah, indeed.
James, you're very welcome to be on the podcast.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you very much. You've built something beautiful. It's,
We built this by our bare hands.
Yeah,
Is it made out of
the
bonfire
woodwork
mats?
here is fantastic. Well done, lads.
I did a level 3 in carpentry.
Really?
Just to get this place set up to do the podcast.
Fair fox, lad.
There's a handle on itself, like, but we got here. And I'm only back as well.
Yes,
Been away for a
Back
couple
from the
of
Edinburgh
weeks.
Fringe.
You've got a lot of info to
What we've actually done here
divulge
today
to
is
us.
I've invited James on to interview Pete about the Edinburgh Fringe.
You couldn't give a fuck.
Tell us about it, Pete.
Tell us about it, Pete. How was it?
Fuck no. It was good. It was good crack.
That's all you say. You're like, I was
it
good.
was
Anyway,
grand. Yeah.
No, it was good crack. 2.5 weeks. Fucking long 2.5 weeks. I think the 2.5 weeks of drinking took it out of me more than the 2.5 weeks of doing
God love
gigs.
you. God love you. Fuck.
I had to
It's
drink
tough.
every day for 2 weeks.
Look, I'm not complaining.
It was a nightmare. To be fair, that would be a nightmare. Drinking every day for 2 weeks, that would destroy my life
But,
and
like,
future.
What would you classify as drinking? Because I know if you put a drink to your mouth, you are drinking, but you know what's drinking?
Do you know what? Well, to the point, like, do you know when you get beyond that point where you're like, oh,
The point you're at now? Well,
yes, indeed. Where you're like, you're feeling it, you're kind of fucking fuzzy. Do you know what I mean? If it's that every night,
Every night there was 5 or 6 drinks consumed.
okay,
That's drinking, like, isn't
2
it?
or 3 is
yeah.
alright, I believe.
Yeah. No, I went for it, like.
Who was it recently I seen did a podcast? I think it was like Tom Holland or something. I was like, every night, man, like, you know, I just have to have 1 or 2 drinks every night. Like, and I just had to admit I had a problem. Like, fuck up.
See
Like,
him.
One
I'm
or
gonna
2
say it
drinks a
now.
night.
Yeah.
He's a fucking bad gimp. Me does my head in.
I don't know this.
You
Who's
do.
this
Spider-Man?
man?
Fucking the wee fella. He's about 36. But he
You
looks
just
like
said Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You said the wee fella.
he looks like he's about 12. I got a
I think
photo.
like,
Tom
Tom
Holland.
Holland, he plays Spider-Man.
I think about like a comedian in the circuit. And I was like, wait a minute.
Aye.
And I'm all, he's a fucking bad gimp. I'm not that much
I
of
was
an
like,
asshole.
is this what this is? Are we going to start slobbering here?
No.
Spider-Man? What?
You know who I'm on about though?
Yeah, Tom Holland.
I
yeah.
don't know. There's something about him. Wild unlikable.
Who's your favourite Spider-Man?
See, I'm not really a superhero guy, so I don't
Right,
know who they
yeah.
are. I know Peter Parker.
Peter Parker's a good lad.
He is.
Say that about him.
He's a good actor.
Doesn't seem like a bad egg.
Is that the actor or the name of Spider-Man?
That's the name of Spider-Man.
What do you call the guy? Like
Tobey
2003?
Maguire.
2003.
Tobey Maguire for me was so awkward to watch that I almost resented him for it, but I loved his movies.
Well, apart from that last sentence, that's how I feel about Tom Holland. Something about him, I resent
Yeah.
him for the way he gets on.
Right, okay. Andrew
a big
Garfield
fan.
wasn't bad.
Did he play
He
Spider-Man?
was Spider-Man for like 2 movies, lad.
You keep on here talking. We're the two people who don't know anything about movies.
You brought me to your podcast, you don't know about Spider-Man, lad.
Nah.
Everybody Kieran
I
was
brought it
here.
up, fuck's sake.
Everybody Kieran was here.
This is like, well, I mentioned the word Spider-Man, but sorry about that.
But no, the Fringe was good crack. I'm glad to be home. And I came home and I decided to fucking cut my finger off.
Nice.
Just out of rage.
So much
at
you
the
miss Edinburgh?
just cry for help, guys.
Yeah.
Well, no one cares. So
Anyway.
I was peeling spuds. I was peeling potatoes, but they're like the smallest potatoes in the world. I was like,
yeah.
and then just fucking
Why were they
sliced.
so small?
I bought like baby boiled potatoes. I like tried to peel them
Dude,
as if
you
they were
don't
like big.
peel a
I
baby boil, like, what are you doing?
You are middle class.
You were asking for that.
I know.
You don't peel a baby boil.
I know.
Jesus.
I fucked up.
Praise the
And
name.
I like properly cut my finger off. Like there was a wee hood like flapping on and off
Did
it.
you go to a hospital?
I debated it for about 10 seconds, then I went to NHS. Fuck that, man.
Yeah.
Rishi Sunak, fuck him.
So you missing the tip? Did the tip come off?
It was hanging off. My
The
strategy
tip
was
was
just,
hanging.
Oh, it was hanged. My tip was hanging. My strategy was just to smush it back in and like wrap plasters around it and be like, oh,
And
I'll
just not
deal with
look at
that in a week. So I'm gonna hope it just merges back on.
Do you know what? Yeah. I feel like that's a good strategy. Like,
That
just
reminds me of Spider-Man. So it does.
back Spider-Man. Yes. He has self-healing capabilities. Just
Does he actually? Yeah. Oh,
I'm sure he does. He's a superhero.
I think Paddy McDonald should have done that. Just like squish the speaker back on.
I'm just going to set it back on and wrap it up and just see what happens.
And then about 10 minutes later, cut this some, open up a tin of peas. So I don't think I should make roast dinners.
Was that the first time you cooked since the Fringe?
Do you know what? That's probably a lot to do with it. Yeah, I never put the two of them together.
That was just like the fucking lingering alcohol jitters.
Yeah, just shaking from the alcohol.
Destroying your life.
Mm-hmm. But no, it was grim enough. Like, what about yourselves? How have you been up to?
How have you been up to?
What have you been up to?
I was wondering what you were going to call that.
Yeah. Oh, hey, we let nothing go on this podcast. You're going to stumble over your words, we're going to get you, baby.
How have you been
That's
up
what
to,
we're going to do.
How have you been up to?
Yeah.
What have you been around to? Sounds like it's like 4 a.m. and everyone's reacting.
Yeah.
Saying sentences that don't make sense.
What have you been up to, Sean?
I'm going to pretend I didn't have a mental breakdown before we started recording this.
Do you want to address that there? Because you're going to be on edge the way through this.
May as well. Got here, forgot my camera. I was like, for fuck's sake, might be able to record on the phone. Hit record on the soundboard. It's like, there's no SD card on that. They're both in the camera. Had to drive home, get them. You're just sitting here being like, so.
When you left, I was all to him. He's going to be raised.
We were slabbering.
He's going to be raised. He's going to find a way to self-harm.
I was phoning Alison at the house, and like, she just wasn't answering. And you know what? Probably a good thing. She would have to.
Would you fucking
an earful, a tongue lashing, as they say.
A good gaslighting on the way home, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
This is all
your fault.
This reminds me of Spider-Man, but I don't know about you.
Which movie though?
The one with Tom.
You better say it right.
Yeah, Tom Mulholland.
Tom McMulholland.
No, life's good. Life's good. I don't think I chatted about it in the last episode of the podcast, but we've got a wee recording coming out of RE Comedy Club, like a 3-part series.
I was raised.
Right?
Yeah,
I was raised and I missed it.
We got all that filmed last week. It was class.
Wait, go on to it. Like, tell me about it.
So we basically invited down, like, I think it was like 12 comedians, and then recorded all in one night, 3 episodes. So every time I went on stage to MC, there was 3 parts. I'd be like, welcome to night 1.
Did you change your
welcome to
clothes?
2. No, I just wore the RE Comedy Club merch.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad you asked.
I'm very happy that's one of the prizes for coming on the podcast.
Yeah,
getting a wee free t-shirt. So nobody's discussed that, but I've just
see, you'll get that in about a year.
Yeah.
We sign it.
The sweatshop's working on it at the minute.
Boys in Taiwan are flat out trying to get that sorted.
Just hear me out. We're trying to get the boys from Taiwan to work in Belfast. It's a nightmare. It's just a nightmare. You know
it's
what I
like
mean?
a foreign exchange, and then we send our schmicks over there. You learn a lot about the culture.
The O'Neill's factory over in Taiwan. Strabon's just full.
I was going to say O'Neill's in an Asian accent there, and I backed out of it and proud of it.
How would you say O'Neill's in an Asian accent?
I don't know.
Say it your best.
You did first, or I'll copy.
Or no, can't do it, bro. It's actually really hard to say.
It is.
It's not that we don't want to do it.
Probably why they don't play Gaelic.
Yeah, maybe. They just can't pronounce it. Like, here we are at the. I can't say it.
Do you remember I used
Cancel the game.
Do you remember I used to have that bit where I would do the Chinese accent?
I do.
Tried it once
I'm
or
still
twice.
getting therapy over it.
Is the whole? I was like, oh, Joe might get out of jail free card. Is this? I think this is the perfect impression of the guy I order my Chinese from, which it is.
Yeah, so it's not racist. That's just how he sounds.
Yeah. But I think the thing it's not to save me.
It sounds racist.
Yeah. In context, it sounds racist. Not even out of context. But the thing,
even after you do the setup, it still sounds racist.
With evidence and fucking so much things backing up, still full blown racist.
The whole bit was how like they come over here, they have this beautiful culture, and at the very end of the phone call, he'll like Joe recite it back in his Chinese accent, and then go, "No bar, lad," and put the phone down. And I was like, "That's beautiful," but you had to do the accent to get
the best thing from here. Guys who are foreign but have lived here long enough to kind of have our
and they say the wee Belfast things at the end of it.
Beautiful.
Oh man, I was in Madame Fo's, and the Chinese waitress was just roasting me for not finishing my food in a Chinese Belfast accent. I was actually.
How did that sound?
What did she say? She was
just said O'Neill's perfectly.
Yeah, I can't do it. It was too beautiful.
Not to do his bit, but fucking Daniel Quinn downstairs has a class bit where like he impersonates like an Asian woman trying to tell him something on an airplane, but his whole bit is he doesn't say any words. He just makes like Asian noises where he's like, and he's all, it's not racist, didn't say any words.
Yeah, you're right.
Fucking
This could be anyone.
There's just a gong noise goes off in the middle of it. Just like a dong.
I have a joke where I say an Asian hello. I go hello.
Well, that's a go-to.
But it works. It does work because, like, I say it straight after. I'm like, it's okay. I can say that my best friend is racist, and it always works.
Yeah, that is good. Here, speaking of fucking jokes, this week's episode of RE Podcast is proudly sponsored by Prize Royale. They are a competition website. They've given away over £1 million in prizes so far. They've had over 1,000 winners, and they've 20,000 followers on their social media. Basically, what you do is you go to prizeroyale.com. You set yourself up up with an account. It's absolutely free to do. And then once you have an account, you can buy as many tickets to their amazing competition giveaways. And they will send you an email and you can watch the draw for the competitions happen live, or you can check it later on their social media. Give Prize Royale a wee look, guys.
Yeah. Do you know what I love about them? See, if you don't win, you're not out of it, lads.
You're not out of it.
Multiple prizes per entry. So
you have to be in it to win it.
You have to. No ticket, no tote. Get yourselves a few tickets on prizeroyale.com.
I entered one of their biggest website the other day. £1.59. Sure, fuck
For a
me.
ticket?
For a ticket?
Unbelievable.
Get on it, guys.
Cash prizes, holidays, Pokemon cards, something for everyone. Prize Royale. Did you see what won best? Speaking of jokes, have I got one for you? No, what won best joke of the Fringe?
No.
Something
Some
shite.
shit.
Sweet fucking Jesus, space.
Was that it?
So, I started dating a zookeeper. Then I found out he was a bit of a cheetah.
No, that deserved to win. No, I'm joking.
That one best Fringe joke.
I swore I heard that in the back of the Penguin.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, order from Love Pizza. Now online with a brand new app. Guys, I love pizza, and that's why I don't go anywhere else but Love Pizza.
See, to be honest with you, the only Domino's I'm interested in is the game that I play with my granny. I wouldn't go there for my pizza. I go to Love Pizza because there's pizza and I love it.
Do you know what I used to think? I used to think I just loved pizza and loved curly fries. And then I realised, why not just have the best one? The Love Pizza curly fries, the Love Pizza pepperoni pizza. It's just the best you can get.
Some things change in life, but the quality of Love Pizza never does.
Stays constant.
So check them out. www.lovepizza.com.
Yeah.
That is in...
Yeah, like, that's the type of thing.
That's abysmal.
But that's the type of thing you don't even, like, you see that, you're like, I don't care that I didn't win because they're going to pick something so, like, run-of-the-mill.
I read they had, like, the 10 from the last 10 years, and I think 2 of them are good. They're all that level of,
Give me straight white guys telling me why they hate the trans community every day over that.
like, that's
fucking brutal. What?
That's
But
grim, like.
I think for that, though, don't you submit it? You don't, like, no one goes to watch the best joke of the Fringe. You have to submit it.
Yeah, you just, like, send it in
I can send it.
via email.
Yeah.
That's fucking dog
Fair
shit.
enough, you can win best joke of
And
French
you
and
didn't
like,
even
go there. Like,
Yeah.
that'd be quite good, yeah.
Or steal someone else's joke, which I feel that might have been.
I think that
Easy.
sounds fucking...
Yeah, like you do hear that every so often. You hear like even like big comedians, like a part of their build up to their joke, you're like, that's definitely a meme online, but
Yeah.
they've wrapped
Yeah.
it into a joke.
That's a
You
big
see
thing
that
now.
a lot,
Memes
like-
and TikToks.
But that it's probably because there's so much content online, you can't even avoid it anymore. Like,
and it's so accessible.
yeah.
Everyone, like, it could have been happening 30 years ago.
Like, sure, a
People
lot
were
of
stealing premises, but no one was aware of the premise.
Yeah, 100%. Like a lot of Billy Connolly's jokes were like he even said himself. He was like, "This is just shit someone told me at a bar that I'm now reciting to you on stage." Like,
I'm not massively into Billy Connolly. I can't get into him.
he even said himself. He never really went to like comedy clubs or nothing. He just did his
Yeah.
own thing. Like it was kind of
It's a thing in its own.
it's thing in its own. Yeah.
It's not like stand up. It's just
What does,
someone
that,
telling
what
yarns.
does that mean?
It's just like someone telling yarns and talking more.
Right,
You're not
okay.
going to go on that's like a 20-minute stand up set.
Yeah,
That'll
and-
kill in a club.
It's now that I love it for what it is now. But when I was
Yeah.
younger, I wasn't a fan of it. But as I got older, I'm like, I like that. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
That was one thing I tried to do in the Fringe was like try see different shit. Like not just see normal stuff. Like I seen good stuff, seen shite stuff, seen weird stuff.
You said there was a lady. Was it the same place as you?
Well,
She came on. She did like a rock opera.
oh yeah, fucking shout out Galena, babe. She was from Bangor as well. She was from home.
Okay.
Oh fucking hell! She was doing this rock opera, and my venue was class for like the afternoon, but at night time it was like dead outside.
Okay.
Her show started at like 11:45 at night.
Oh.
Rock opera, and she'd be sitting there in all her black clothes, big goth boots. She was maybe about 36.
Smash.
Black
So-
curly wig, and
oh,
you'd
yeah.
hear in the green room where we guitar. You know what's a real depressing sound? An electric guitar not plugged in.
Oh,
It's sad,
yeah.
isn't it? Like
It's very loose sounding.
Yeah.
Like the strings don't sound.
it's all
there.
It's all very 14-year-old trying to wake up their dad,
yeah.
and you just hear you just hear like practicing, and they're like, "Well, how are you getting on?" It's like, "I'm 4." and
Very
yes."
good. Yeah. Hello. You're like, okay. She's just from here with a Chinese accent.
She's like, "Oh, I had 4 people in yesterday," and you're like, "Ah, okay." And you're like, "How are you getting on yourself?" So, just a bit lonely.
Oh,
You're like, let's go, lad. Is it lonely? Been out there?
Well, I was alright. I was staying with one of my best mates.
This guy.
this guy.
Well,
That's why he cut himself. Like,
That's why you got the early flight home. You're like, mate, look at my finger. I gotta go home. I gotta get the fuck out of here right now.
That was a fucking hell, and I was like, I cannot be bothered doing another day of this. Like,
Can we
so I
bring
came
up?
home a day early. Like.
So I think out of the dynamic of the podcast that we usually have, it's like
Yeah.
you and Kieran can be like put the arm around you, like, come on, you can do this,
Right.
Or I can be quite like, but if you're not feeling, just give up.
Yeah.
You know, I am that, mate.
I'm actually like a big, I don't know the word for it, but I was a big supporter of like, say if someone's just like, I hate this, it's ruined my life, I'm just like, just fucking quit, lad. It's fine. It's fine. Like you
Yeah.
don't have to do it. No one cares if you don't
I
do it.
love that because people's like, what, you had one more day left?
I had one more day.
And you had one more day left, and you're like, lads, I'm just not feeling. I'm going to book a flight home. And Kieran was probably, you can do it, man. We're so proud of you, and like the whole community's behind you.
You
know,
just send them flight links for cheap flights.
I was like, lad, just get out of there. You're not feeling it.
I literally said to Kieran, stop consoling me. I'm coming home.
Yeah, I don't need your positivity right now, bitch.
You know what it was? I was so hungover. Like, all the hangovers from the 2.5 weeks hit me all at once, right? I was back to work on the Monday, and my last day was the Sunday. My
You're like-
flight home was like 10 at night.
I just need a day to yourself, like.
So I was like, if I fly home Saturday night, I'll have full Sunday to myself.
Yeah.
If I fly home, if I stay one more day and wake up hungover again, fly home at night and have work the next day, I might not make it to Tuesday.
You might have been cutting that whole hand off, lad. Cutting that baby tin.
Saudi Arabia style.
Are you allowed to just leave the French?
Oh, yeah. Well,
You can just go,
here.
fuck us, I'm out.
It happened.
Yeah.
It's like Squid Games, you just fucking shoot you.
I miss this guy as well, yo. That's it, bro. Call
He's
it
like,
in.
he's like, whatever, lad.
Just do a white towel and I'm away.
Here's your money anyway, so.
Yeah, and apparently I don't get that money for months.
What?
Wait a minute, you get money back?
Yeah.
How?
People buying tickets.
You get the ticket money?
Yeah.
I thought like you literally shoot up and you lived off the bucket money and that was it.
Well, I get the bucket as well, but I also sold tickets.
Do you know what? That's cool.
Well, on the free fringe, you live through the buckets.
Right.
But like you could buy tickets to my show. Now they're only a $5. Like
Yeah.
I think I maybe only made like 300 quid in ticket sales. Like.
£5.60.
I only got like 300 like ticket sales.
Doesn't even add up.
So it's just like, take that.
But I just have to sort of wait for the money, and I'm fucking
Lad,
skint. like.
that's
I'm
like
skint. Like
my life at the minute is just waiting for gig pay constantly.
Yeah, I'm on
please
Asda.
just pay me right now.
I'm on Asda Essentials range this week.
Oh man,
I've got-
Asda, you fancy bastard!
What are you
I
doing?
didn't steal him from Lidl.
You're doing that life hack. I find out. See if you go up to the self-service and don't scan it, you can just take it.
Yeah, man, you can just leave.
Can we all just agree that it's morally right to steal from supermarkets? Fuck.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
they're not they're not feeling that.
I'm going to start getting a reputation because I've already come on here and said I openly steal from TransLink, so fuck it. Like.
Do you know what? I think you were going to say trans people there. Say, okay.
If they're on a train, I will.
Do you know what the fucking crazy thing is? They will, in their budget and shit, they will work in.
Aye.
They'll be like, this is like the money set aside for items going lost,
The
shit being
MCKEGNEY
stole.
budget.
Yeah. So like, they're expecting it, steal away. Do you know what? Shane actually taught me a really good thing there the other day. It was, we were at the coffee machine, and he was like, see that regular coffee cup at the wee barista stand things?
Yeah.
You can fit large in there, I've got to tell, regular. You can also fit 2 flat whites in a regular cup.
That's what I do.
Regular coffee.
I like
I
that.
drink flat whites and I just put 2 in.
Yeah, that's like 4 shots of coffee. That's
Yeah.
a lot of caffeine.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh!
Do you remember you were talking about the Limelight you were in one time and you got like a Prosecco bottle to put in the big plastic cup thing, right?
I was
So-
drinking pints of Prosecco. Like.
So,
Jesus.
but was that cup you got like like it wasn't a pint, it was like bigger, it was massive,
As
like
Johnny
a
Depp
fucking.
would say, it was a mega pound.
It was it was like the
Yes.
Europa League trophy. It was fucking huge, right? The reason I bring that up is I did a gig there recently, and because of the gig, it was like you got free drinks,
Yeah.
but straight after it's like Limelight. Every time the gig ends, it's like straight out, night's done. But because
Yeah.
we had the races, I was like, fuck. I'm gonna take advantage of this, but I don't want to have a drink until I'm on. And I was third last. I was like, for fuck's sake!
Oh, I hate
But
that.
everyone else was being very courteous and very nice and getting orders and stuff like that. As soon as I came off stage, I was like, the wee fella behind the bar was like, "Can I get 3 pints?" And he was, "We can't do pints. It's only bottles." And I was like, "Fuck right." And then there was one of them V's things behind the goes, "Fill that with bottles of Peroni." He just ripped over like 4 bottles of Peroni, started chugging them in. I was like,
Unreal.
"Thank you very much."
I could hold 3 pints.
Yeah, it was fucking class.
That's amazing, yeah.
It was so everyone was looking at me being like, "You scumbag!" Now he goes, "Guys, it's on the BBC. Come on, the fuck."
Yeah.
Well, that
How
was-
was the BBC stuff?
It was really good, yeah.
Yeah, it was good
it was
fun.
a lot of fun. It was a very good gig, if you know what I mean. Like,
Right, okay.
but it's that classic competition thing where you're watching everyone do well, and inside you're like, somebody die.
Just please somebody die.
Somebody
Just
do shit.
somebody.
That's what's bad about competitions. You
I
turn
hate
into a
them.
fucking asshole.
Yeah.
You just want other people to lose. Like,
You've done them before, haven't you?
I did it last year.
How'd
Yeah.
you get on?
Yeah, it was good, but like Mike Rice was before me and Robbie McShane was
Oh
after
my
me.
God,
So I was
man.
just like, and I was 6 months into doing comedy.
Oh, Mike Rice as well. Like,
And
fucking phenomenal.
and they both just came back from the Fringe, and I'm like, "Here, do you never get when you do this?"
Someone's like, "Shut up!"
And like, do you know like loads of comedians open by going like, "Oh, I look like blah blah blah." You make me joke about your appearance. It's quite a common like trope. Robbie McShane starts his set with like taking the piss out of comedians who like make that easy joke, and I just did it, and I was like, "I'm shit. I'm worthless. I'm crap. Everyone's bad at me. I'm hack." So yes, it was all right.
Did you at least get on the mega pints? No.
I think I was the same as you, like right towards the end, like.
Yeah.
That is the thing, trying to balance your alcohol intake before you go on stage. If you take any at all, you don't want to go up there. Like, a lot of people in the public, like, when they say, "Oh, you do stand-up, it must be class, getting up, getting pissed, getting on." You're like, getting pissed doesn't actually work when
No.
you're on stage.
No,
You're-
slightly buzzed is okay.
You're way too loose.
Yeah.
And you start, like, slurring shit.
Have you ever done the blitz? Like?
I think only one time I've done a blitz, and it was at Sunflower, and I went to grab the mic and literally stumbled backwards. And I was like, "Oh, I'm steaming." And everyone was like, "Ah," and I was like, "No, I'm literally going to pass out." Like,
Some help. Well, we talked about this the other week. We were saying like it's not very professional, dude, but it's fucking fun. There's like just to have a few drinks beforehand and then sort of
Yeah,
let
very,
loose.
very
Like,
Looser with it when I'm MCing, which is weird.
you don't like doing it?
No, I drink more MCing,
It's-
which is weird because like you should be on the ball the whole night.
yeah.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. The fucking
Yeah.
the MC job, like, you know what I mean?
So,
But I don't know. I don't know if I could do it absolutely bingoed. Like,
no, but
No,
you
you
don't want to do bingo, because then if you kill, you're like, "I need to be steaming every time."
That's a good point.
or you'll
kill.
think you're killing.
Yeah, yeah,
and
you
you're
may not
not,
even be
like.
killing.
Yeah.
So then you get a thing if you're drinking like 4 nights a week just to do gigs. Like, it's not the way forward. Like,
Ah, fuck that. Like.
I will get more pain after this, so I will say that.
Will you have it all?
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, lad.
Yeah. I think we should get into questions because we've fucking loads of questions.
Sweet. Loads of
Because
questions.
we've quite a few hangovers from.
I purposely didn't share that because I knew there'd be a bunch of like fucking perverted gay dudes sending the most foul shit.
Well,
so I was like, I'm
there
not
is
sending that.
there is
Some
some
of them is with it.
shite, those
Jesus Christ.
standard shite pod questions as I am
Yeah.
going to skip over. But I'll give one a shout out here just so you know what I'm skipping over. Would you rather have leg size nipples or nipple size legs? Fuck up, whoever wrote that. Jerry Curly. Right.
Leg size nipples.
No question.
Now, that was an example of a bad question. This is an example of a good question. So read into this what you mean. George Robinson, what Hollywood celebrity looks like the most ticklish? Not in a weird way, just asking.
Let me think.
This is the stuff we want to answer.
Yeah.
This is the hard hitting shit. Like.
I'm trying to think what movie he was in so I can reference him back.
I tickle Tom Holland just to annoy him.
He would give a wee.
Yeah.
Like, he would be very ticklish. Yeah.
See, that's how he talks to me. That
Oh.
giggle.
Oh really?
When he opens his mouth, that's all I hear. I was like, shut up.
Shut up.
I think Jonah Hill would be quite tickly. I don't know why.
Yeah, what's great? Like, what do you think of him releasing all his? Or no,
Yeah.
his ex releasing all the DMs.
Did you hear about that?
No, what's this? I've seen he's like skinny now, which I don't like.
Actually, he's up and down.
His ex, who was a surfer, released all the DMs.
Oh, I
of
didn't
him.
know she was a surfer.
She was a surfer, like, as
Oh,
a
well,
job.
that makes it even worse.
Yeah, so
because
he kept releasing, like, she released all his texts of him being like, number one, I don't want you posting pictures of you surfing or hanging out with other dudes. It makes me uncomfortable.
can't
Those
put
are,
up bikini photos.
yeah, those are my, what did he say? Those are my,
like on my red lines.
yeah, those are my red lines. And you're like, she literally does it for 11, but she was also weird for waiting a fucking years, like a year after their relationship, for, like, to post that shit.
Right,
So,
okay.
so they're both fucking
He
stupid.
was essentially just going, here, I'm a bit mad and controlling, but I'm telling you now, the ball's in your court.
Yeah, exactly.
If you want to go ahead with
He
it.
was trying to make it look
Fair
like it was
enough.
her issue, and you're like, bro, this is your. He should be literally thinking he's the biggest. He's been in so many fucking unbelievable movies. He
And
should
he's
be able to go
struck
down
lucky,
the
like.
beach and just have the crack being.
Yeah.
And he's struck
Jonah
lucky
Hill.
as well, because he's like not the most like naturally attractive man.
Yeah.
But he's seen as like cool and funny
It
as
just
fuck.
made
like.
him come across as
I thought he'd be laid back.
such a bitch. Like,
I thought he'd be chill.
That's very disappointing to hear he's not like that movie character you always see
Yeah,
him do.
man.
Yeah, no. But
Balance.
he's getting tickled.
yes,
George
Jonah
Robinson
Hill.
has another one here. How do you feel about? Oh fuck! I misread this. I thought he said, "How do you feel about planets?"
Just in general.
What he's actually said is more boring.
Oh, right, okay.
How do you feel about plants? Are there any plants you like or dislike in
Spider
particular?
Plant, best plant ever. Not anything to do with my love of Spider Man, but it is
Common misconception.
Yeah, like, people often go, "Oh, this guy's all about spiders," but Spider plant's easy to grow. You barely have to look after it. It could be dead for like a week, and you just chuck a cup of water in it, and it's just flourished all over again.
Can I play devil's advocate?
This week's episode of the podcast is sponsored by Monte Carlo Chippy, Lurgan, Belfast, delivered straight to your door. Why not get a delicious chippy from the number one guys that do it best than anybody else?
Chips with gravy, chips with curry, chips and a chicken burger, whatever you like.
Monte Carlo moved into Lurgan quite recently. I don't think I've ever been more passionate about something in my life. Weekly, I'm there, I'm dipping stuff, I'm biting stuff, I'm putting salt and vinegar on everything, and I'm loving life. I've never been happier.
Get it on a Monday, Sunday, lunchtime, evening, whatever you fancy. Make the right choice. Get a Monte Carlo delivered straight to the gaff.
Yeah,
They look like shit.
they do look a wee bit like shit. But if you want to feel like you're looking after something,
If you want a bit of purpose in your life.
Yeah.
Is this a
Exactly.
wee houseplant we're talking about?
it's
It's
like
a wee stringy one.
It's a wee stringy leaves, but
Right.
it grows fucking ridiculously.
Your
huge.
granny has one.
Yeah.
I just know she
Granny's
does.
got a few.
I mean, she's dead, but it's probably still alive based on what you just
Oh
said.
yes, lad. It ain't dying. Like.
I like a Venus flytrap.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's a lot of Scooby-Doo growing up.
Have you ever tried to put your donger in it?
I tried to put Tom Holland in it once. Spat it out, but that was a gift. Get him out here.
Oh, your favourite plant, lad?
A lily because
I'm allergic to lilies.
the
You
Ashen's
cunt.
dad's allergic to them, and I give them.
You hate her dad?
Yeah,
And me.
I give them. Yeah, I'd be giving them to Therese as well. Bring in the Pete.
Being allergic to lilies is a bastard because it's such a small, minimal thing to be allergic to. People don't take it seriously, and often you can be in a room for a good 20 minutes, like
Wait a
someone's
minute.
house, and then you realise they've got lilies. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm allergic to them. You're like, oh, I'll just move them away. You're like, no, like, can you like remove them from the
Yeah.
house? Like?
All your Catholic mates at Easter Rising fucking comes around. You're like, bollocks, it's back.
I don't really get this one, but John Francis asks, as James of Anne Frank had Instagram, which you have taken snaps of. It's in
Oh.
relation to a bit of yours, isn't it?
John Francis, he's like he does a podcast in Mahrefeld,
Oh yes, shout out.
and I don't know if Aunt Frank on Instagram, what would her content be? It would
what should
probably
we
just
take
be a lot
photos
of like really dark, fully black pictures, not for like Black Lives Matter. It's just her in the walls, just taking selfies, just pitch black photos.
I
like
love spider plant.
Do you know what that is? That's like Jonah Hill being like, why are you not showing your face in the snaps, babe?
You're like, shh. She's just commenting, shh. Down.
I don't like all these guys in the cupboard we are. Come on. Come on. you-
If she's gonna send photos of the wall, I'm gonna send photos of the wall. Fuck's sake.
Jesus Christ. Shout out on Frank.
Just send me
big
blue
fan of
chats
the pod.
on. Fuck's sake, what are you playing?
McSham asks, what's your favourite sandwich?
Club sandwich from Creed Coffee Shop.
Part 2. Do you all dip chips in mayo? I would agree with club sandwich, by the way.
Club sandwich is beautiful.
By far the best.
Yeah.
The chicken goose on baguette.
Do you know what?
You know,
Chili
it's not too far away from a club sandwich.
Chicken goose on cheese, just red sauce on it, is fucking dirty and delicious. Like,
Yeah.
and what was this? What did he ask?
Does everyone dip chips in mayo?
I've done it before. When I was in America, I said that, and the Americans found that absolutely disgusting. They were like,
Turned into that Pulp Fiction
yeah,
scene.
they thought it was
Yeah.
gross, man.
I'm Big Mayonnaise guy.
You are big man, this guy?
Big Mayonnaise guy.
That's your nickname, Big Mayo.
Big Mayonnaise. Big Mayonnaise guy. Dude, so delicious. They call me Big Mayo. That's my grinder account. Just Big Mayo.
Mayo.
Oh,
Big Mayo.
you're wrestling
Big Mayo is 500 meters away.
You're like, oh shit, let's go.
You're wrestling Pete Hellman's Giffen.
Oh,
That's kind of cool. Hellman's.
Does sound good. Martin Barkley asked, triple threat wrestling style match, Pete versus Sean versus Franco. Who wins? And also, do Sean and Kieran team up to get rid of Pete first?
Can I say, if we did that, I think you'd make a great WWE referee.
Oh,
I can see you
love
running
that.
around the ring like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a wee whistle on the wee
That's a good
t-shirt.
shout.
Oh, I love that shit, man. That's like,
That's a good shout.
see if the comedians do the boxing again, I'd put my name for it. I'd be like, because I initially wanted to do the boxing, and then when I seen Willie T just running in out of that ring,
Do you know
I
who
was
you'd be
like,
good at boxing?
I'm doing that shit.
You could fight Sean Haggerty.
Do you think so?
These aren't a million miles away from each other, are you?
Maybe fight Sean Haggerty. I would do ring girl and then just jump in and fight Sean Haggerty and then back to ring girl.
Here's what you want to do. You want to fight me. I ain't giving you a tough fight.
You're like, you'll win, lad.
Yeah, you'll win.
You'll
We'll get
knock me
pints.
out. It'll be sweet.
I talked at the top of this podcast about giving up easy. I'll have Pete in the corner, throw the towel in after one, stick
One
it,
punch.
You forget your gloves, fuck's sake. You ring your girlfriend back up it.
stick 200 quid on me to go down the first. It's a start. That's a fucking fix.
Everyone thinks Darren Matthews pushed you. It was a day.
Yeah, yeah.
You're all like, get the hell out of
Oh, I
We
did
raised
a
an extra $5,000 for Pips, fuck's sake.
bit of controversy there. That's right. That's right. I was watching that from home. It was amazing.
That's what I was going to say. We at it.
I was meant to be on. I got my boots, my broken
That was
ankle.
during the broken ankle phase.
I got my broken ankle boots off the day before, and Willie T was messaging me, be like, "Come on down, me and you do ring girl." And I was like, "Do you know what? I think I could do this." And I was practicing walking around the house, and I was like, and then I seen what he was doing, and I was like, "That would have been a nightmare." Like,
I think he needed ankle boots after.
yeah, he definitely did. Yeah.
I know it's probably been spoke about it like a million times on podcasts, but could you quickly retell that story of you snapping the ankles there?
Oh yeah. So it was just. It was
If anyone hasn't seen the video, like
set on the Instagram. James McKegney set the scene. We're at the comedians' Christmas staff do. Fucking everybody was blitzed beyond belief. Like it was like at that point, do you know when you're like steaming and you just there's nothing, there's no control. The whole room was like
Carnage.
the whole room was like that. Everyone was just going nuts. And what song came on? Some really gay song.
Rain of Men?
Rain of Men came on, and immediately like
I was like, all right, don't be that cliche. Oh, no, it literally
it was.
was.
It's Rain of Men. Me, Mickey, William, just were. I don't even remember. Like we didn't decide it. We didn't discuss it. We were just on the stage. All three of our shirts were off. We're all dancing. I seen
Gravy Chippendales.
Oh, mate, I seen like Mickey and William doing like they were doing some wee routine thing, and I was like, I gotta do my own wee. I gotta give it a bit of pop myself. So I like did
Shit up.
I like did a spin and went like this, and like then I missed the edge of the stage and just stood on the floor, rolled my ankle, and then went to be like, right, I'll correct this with putting all my weight in the other ankle, and rolled that ankle as well, and just snapped them both.
The worst thing about the video is there's music playing, partying, quite boisterous people. You can hear them.
You can hear it.
Yeah.
You can hear
the
the
snap,
ankles.
and you can see me trying to stand and just giving up and falling. But the whole time I'm doing this, Mickey's ass is out, and William's just slapping it with his like cerebral palsy hand. Like, I'm just lying there
Top
dying.
3 hands to slap a ass
Oh,
with.
100%, yeah. And I think I lay there for like 3 songs before William came up to me being like, "What are you doing? Are you doing a bit? Or are you?"
A full Grease mega mix happened.
I was like, I didn't feel any pain. I was just lying there. My brain just told me that my feet were separated from my legs. Like, and I was like, okay, I've done damage. So I just lay there, and William came over and he's like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "Oh, I've just broke. I think I broke both my ankles, to be honest." He was like, "Not a chance." And he lifted me up, made me walk to the green room with 2 broken ankles, lad. And then I just sat in there, and I was
That
like,
probably did more damage.
"Oh, 100%." Like there was like tears coming out of my eyes and all. And then Robbie like sent me a voice note the next day, being like, "It was so funny. All you kept saying was, it was like, oh, that was what a gay way to break my ankles,' or something like that." I was just really upset that it was
All he
too.
kept saying was, "I'll never be Spider-Man."
I'll never be Spider-Man. And then
fucking nuts.
I got taken to the hospital by my sister, but I demanded a pile of beers for the road to the hospital. I was drinking away, thinking I was like on it. The next day, they were all just 0
Like a fucking
beers.
rock star.
They were all 0 beers, lad. That I thought I was like,
Who gave you them?
I don't know, like whoever's in the green room.
Some sick bastard.
Nah. Well, I suppose actually at that stage, fucking give him a beer. Like.
I was beyond smashed, like, and then even in the hospital, like the woman didn't believe I broke both my ankles. They only scanned this foot,
Yeah.
and I was like, I think this one's definitely fucked up too. And they're like, I think they were like, the chance of that happening is so unlikely. So they took me in. She took my sock off, and she was like, "Yeah, this one's broke. Scans, it showed it's broken." I was like, "I'm telling you, this foot is also broke." And she took my sock off and was like, "Oh my god, you need to go right back to X-ray." And I had to go back to X-ray, like, and I was in like,
So
I was in the
disgusting.
weirdest mood. Like, I was thought it was the funniest thing for like an hour at a time, and then all of a sudden I'd just be like, "My ankles," and then I was like, "Yeah," like 2 minutes later.
So what's your plans for next year's Christmas Day? Would you go again? Are you
Break
too
his neck.
I
traumatized?
need to break my spine, lad. Yeah. It did wonders for the old career, lad. I'm telling you. Break the ankles.
Go on so many podcasts talking about it.
Yeah.
Been on them all now.
Daniel Quinn asks, if you were forced at gunpoint into a cannon and shot into the air 50 metres high, what would you want to land on? Not Lavery's dance floor.
Yo, mom. No.
Your ma's tits, lads. I know
Yeah,
what.
we'll agree with that.
Yeah, okay.
Daniel Quinn's Maz tits.
Just right in between them. Betwixt them.
Who would you rather spend the day with, Boris Johnson or Peter? I can't read today. Prince Andrew. How bad's that? I read Prince Andrew and said my own name.
Peter, you're like, whoa.
Who was the options there?
What kind of Freudian slip was
I
that?
know. fuck me. Boris Johnson and Prince Andrew. That was from Charlotte
Do you know what the fucking interesting thing is? Even no matter how much you hate anyone, if you had pencil, you'd probably have a good night.
Which one?
At a certain point, you would probably be like, "This is good crack."
There's probably a point at both nights you're probably like, I should leave.
Oh, when he starts mentioning like a plane to an island and all, you're like, well, man.
Who's better to go on the pints with?
Boris Johnson.
Boris Johnson probably,
Jinx
because he
him?
already seems obliterated all the time. So
Yeah.
20 pints in, it'd be interesting to see where that goes.
I find it hard not to smack him.
Oh yeah,
He's very smackable
Well, yeah.
personally.
But he would let you. I'd say like after a few drinks, if you bought him around, he'd probably be like, "I'll tell you everything." I'll let you know. Like,
Yeah,
be honest.
This brings up a thing. I remember when I was a kid, and do you remember like them stories of like the Virgin Mary appearing to kids and
Yes.
like telling them a bunch of secrets? I remember being so raging that I didn't know what them secrets were. That I was like, I'm gonna become a priest. I'm gonna become the Pope just so I can learn what the fuck she told them.
That is mental.
That was my game plan.
that's
As a
mental.
kid, I was like, I need to know what she said.
That's fucking weird.
I never. Well, it's still, it could still happen. Like,
Could. A lot of secrets up. Lot of secrets up here, everyone. I don't know what the fuck to set up. I was gonna say something there. I can't remember. I was so mad. It's probably completely off it. Sorry.
sorry, it's just.
Well, actually, do you know what? This actually leads into the last and probably the weirdest question of them all.
Alright.
From Jeff Fitzsimmons, so expect nothing less. You ready for this?
Yeah.
An accident in a quantum particle accelerator causes you to wake up
Oh.
in the body of Pope Eugene III. It's December 1145. The cardinals are waiting for you to sign the papal bull that will declare you the start of the Second Crusade. Do you go ahead or do you call it off? What do you do the rest of the day? So, you're Pope, they're going, yo bro, we're going to do the crusade here, we're going to fucking rack Europe here, spreading Christianity. You up for it, bro? Or are you going, nah, that's not for me, I want to do this instead.
See before-
I want to go talk to the Virgin Mary, see what the crack was
See
there.
before you answer that question. Round of applause for that question. That's a fucking.
Now,
That's a podcast question.
it's a question.
It's a good one.
Insert your own adjective.
What would you do?
I didn't even process it. The question you answered. I don't know.
If I was the Pope and they goes, the Crusade's about to kick off, we're about to get in the car and do this.
Yeah.
Would I go ahead?
Or would you be like, nah, but he's swerve that, come on, we'll do this.
We're
instead.
good. We're good where we are.
If
We've
I-
got a good thing going here.
If I was in the mind of the Pope, I'd be like, let's wreck this bitch. I don't know. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you'd want to go
Yeah.
for it.
I think being the Pope would be shite.
It'd be shit crack.
It'd be
Complete shit.
so unbelievably shite.
Like the amount of mass you have to say.
Mass is crap.
Go in
Mass-
peace.
The mass is so
Go in peace. That's the new headline.
Mass
Mass
is-
is crap.
go
Go
in
in peace.
peace.
Serve the Lord. See you later.
love and do
All
whatever
the
the
best,
fuck you want.
Let's go. Fuck's sake.
Mass is so boring. They definitely. I think right because obviously right the Catholic Church is wild for. These are our fucking rules, and then as like society moves on, they're like, shit, people don't buy these rules anymore.
Yeah.
Let's change up the rules a wee bit.
Yeah.
Which goes to show in itself it's all bullshit that
Yeah.
they can
Yeah.
kill people for in one century, and then the next century be like, it's actually sweet.
Yeah.
But I can't remember what I was gonna say.
I feel like they should have like almost. Yeah. I feel like they should almost
Oh, and Mass needs a revamp.
Yeah,
It
there's
needs
three
some-
brands like the Ten Commandments. You know, there's actually a second. There's 11 to 20 now.
We
Forget the first
just
10. We're
found
gonna
10
yeah.
more on the back.
Yeah, and it's
Didn't know they were there.
only messing.
Yeah.
Written in biro.
Like,
Like,
Jesus.
get back to all of them.
Do not covet thy neighbour's wife 3 times. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
let's
you
loosen it up.
you
Do
can
Do not,
cover it a
do
couple
not
of
say
times
O'Neill's
if
in
she's
an Asian
banging.
accent.
Yeah. Do not
like-
take my name in vain
maybe
on
like-
a Wednesday. Do you know what I mean? Let it go
Yeah,
a wee bit.
come on.
Loosen up, guys. Come on.
I think as well, like if you're at Mass, like they do a wee thing of, they don't even do the wine in a lot of Mass. Everyone should be given
No,
a
they don't
glass of wine to
Yeah,
just
Buckfast.
Yeah, glass of Buckfast.
We half bottle.
Sip away through Mass. At the end of every speech, get a bit of fucking music going.
Right enough.
Well,
Mass should get a good brand deal going. Like, think of all the brands that would want to work with Mass.
And they
Like,
also
you know what I mean?
like good
they like the
Sauvignon.
dough.
Yeah, like, yeah, I don't mean you could
They
get
like the
someone
dough
in.
as well.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they like.
Mans love getting that. Manscaped.
Manscaped, yes.
Dude, I firmly believe Manscaped invented podcasts just to sell their product
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
It's a pyramid scheme.
Well, yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
Has
It's a
anyone
perfect-
ever bought it?
A Manscaped.
Dave Elliott gave me a nose trimmer, which I used today. so
Yeah,
it's
people have
pretty-
been
for your ass.
people who have
for my
podcasts. People who have podcasts of like gifting to other people. I don't know if anyone's outright bought one full whack
No.
price. It's like DFS sale.
Nobody's ever bought one.
They're like 300 quid.
They're just waiting for the money to
Don't
finally come in.
10% off. Just 300 quid product.
I would love one like that'd be good old fucking
What's the
crap.
other ones? The typical podcast ones, the sponsors, is it like NordVPN?
NordVPN.
NordVPN, MeUndies was a big for a while.
These
and all
dude
the-
wipes, they do the American ones.
Dude wipes,
Seen
what's
that.
that?
Beer
They're like baby wipes
52.
for guys. Toxic masculinity and all that
It's
there.
like the picture of like a rocket launcher on the front. And you're like, yeah, I'll take these.
Man whips.
Yeah.
Beer 52 was a big one.
Beer
That's
50.
right.
I signed up to that, dude, and I got like 3 or 4 crates, and then I was like, these all taste like shit.
Yeah.
I want to cancel it. So I rang up and was like, I've all the Google reviews said they're notoriously hard to get out of. So I
Yeah,
rang the
they
guy.
are.
I was like, here, I need to cancel this because I'm actually an alcoholic and I'm going off drink, so like I can't be drinking anymore. And he literally went, next month we can get you half price. I was like, all right.
I'm such an alcoholic. I broke my ankles and they give me zeros. Don't make me do this again. Like.
I'm still hung up on this mask thing. I feel like I could really go in and do a marketing job for
I
them.
remember.
Like a podcast for masks. Instead of releasing masks, dish out a 1 hour podcast.
Yeah,
Leave it a mask on the go.
I remember back in the day, I used to see kids playing PSPs and mass.
Right.
And I used to be very jealous of it. That is smacked out. Playing a PSP and mass, that's smacked out.
PSPs were just a fucking carrier for... Once everyone realised you could get porn on PSPs.
See, I was too young at that stage.
too young.
I was
Once-
thinking I was maybe about 10 when I was going to buy my
My porn
PSP.
on the PSP was the GTA Strip Club. That was
GTA Strip Club.
Yeah.
No, like...
Mine
once-
was snooker 08. Mate, I used to fix.
Lot of
I used
balls
to
and
fix
that.
sick to play snooker 08 in the PSP.
That's fucking...
Not going I used to watch snooker and play snooker
Jesus.
on a fucking game. Bring the days back.
That next generation's fucked off. Fuck's sake.
Right, guys, we've done about fucking 40 here. We should fucking wrap
Oh,
this up.
actually,
Yeah. Have we
'Cause-
actually?
Yeah.
No, it's about 7:30 now.
Jesus Christ, that was
I
lovely
have a
fun.
wee timed here. James, any promote?
Just follow me on the old Instagram. They're at James McKegney. Just, yeah, that's about it.
Love the sketches, by the
Thank
way.
you very much. Yeah.
Underrated from yourself, I
Yeah,
must
so,
say.
you
Putting it
Can
out
I
there.
ask, where do you get
Putting it out
your... this is a deep question for this late in the podcast. Where do you get your inspiration for
Where do I get my
the
inspiration
sketches?
from, lad? It's annoying. I just have to wait for it to
Has to come to you.
come to me, which I'm trying to, like, get it down to hopefully something like that can come to me every week. Do you know what I mean?
How's that working for you?
It's not happening.
That's the only reason he came here. He's like, I've got nothing. I'll do the podcast. Fuck's sake.
Sean, yourself?
Just our wee comedy club going down every Tuesday, guys. We've got fucking brilliant acts dropping in, like James. We've got open micers trying to get into comedy. We've got people all the time coming in to try new stuff. So it's a lot of fun. Tickets are only £5. Keep your eyes out for the 3-part series
Yeah,
we're going to be putting out on
definitely.
YouTube. And if you're interested, we've got a wee drop of merch here, which are on sale exclusively in the club now. So get on down,
Fuck
folks.
yes.
For myself, on the day that this comes out this week, on Sunday the 3rd, I've got my solo show in Lurgan. It's completely sold out,
Definitely
but we're
not.
doing a second date the week after, which is Sunday the 10th of September, Ashburn Hotel. I think we've about 80% of the tickets sold, so there's still some left for that there.
Unbelievable.
Nice.
It's
I need to do that
fucking
this year. I
belter.
need to get a solo show going this
Mate.
2024. I need to
Class.
get one.
Do it in your hometown. I was
Yeah.
blew away by the support, but still some tickets left, so fucking buy them so I can
Let's
go
do
to
it.
sleep in peace. And I'll stop
Yes.
cutting myself with
Stop
fucking
cutting
potato
myself.
pillars. Guys, that's a pod.
Yes. James, thanks so much for coming on. Absolute legend.
No worries, lads.
Up
See you
ahead.
later.